League. Today is June 27th, 2025. You're joined here with David Magid, my co-host, who you may know as the Solar Maverick, Benoit Tanjan. You give us 5 minutes, we'll give you the absolute latest information in the clean tech sector. This past week was a hot one. We got power prices throughout the country spiking up. NYPA PJM over $1,000 a megawatt hour. Capacity was absolutely ridiculous. Demand response, folks, we're having a field day. New York City came very, very close to meeting its peak, over 19 gigawatts right there in the local market. Really serves to show the value of energy storage, a lot of additional resources during these peak demand times. Brattle report released June 19th, 2025 as well, indicates that by 2035, additional 60 to 90 gigawatts of peak capacity is going to be required. That's a $400 to $500 billion investment required in firm generation and infrastructure. Very interesting to see how that's going to occur. 2035 is 10 years away. That's a lot of money, a lot of gigawatts to get deployed. Clearway raised over $1 billion, deploying for their development capital for solar and wind projects. Amazing, especially in today's environment with the current market. Lazard, very happy. We talked about this last year, released their levelized cost of energy report. Firmed renewable energy costs are up $90 a megawatt hour. Nuclear and gas peakers are still dominant for firm power supplies. Governor Hochul released a very big press release this week. She had given a mandate to NYPA for over a gigawatt of nuclear power to be deployed and built within the state of New York. These nuclear power sites, key items to siting these, you need to make sure that A, you have access for cooling water, so access to water, transmission, almost obvious, and having a proper distance from large population and friendly siting and zoning. And that's that.
Dave, thank you. That's a lot of great information. I appreciate all those things because I learn a lot from listening to the news that you're focused on. So thank you. That was great.
Benoit, always mutual and excited to hear what you have to say here too.
Yeah, I'm gonna only focus on one thing, but there's so many components to this one thing. It's the one big beautiful bill, or the OBB, also known as the Big Beautiful Tax Bill. Obviously, this has been something that the solar industry has been very focused on. Once we received the first draft from the House on the tax bill on May 7th, it includes substantial changes that could impact the solar industry. The latest from this bill, potential bill that's actually going through the Senate, is a phase out of the solar tax credits, really the investment tax credit, the residential ITC, which is called Section 25D. It's basically for residential homeowners that will actually be phased out within 180 days of enactment of the bill. And then there's the, you know, commercial investment tax credit and PTC section 48E and 45Y. Under Senate proposal, projects must start construction by the end of 2025 for full credits. Then it reduces to 60% in 2026. That's 60% of the 30%, and then 20% of the 30% in 2027. Developers and homeowners will face pressing deadlines to begin installation to claim these very meaningful tax incentives. The Big Beautiful Bill, as it's currently drafted, basically derails solar growth, kills jobs, and raises energy cost. Interesting about the Senate version of the bill, it actually fully preserves the standalone battery storage investment tax credit beyond 2025, and you get the full credit through 2033, which includes preservation of credit transferability and application of domestic content energy community bonuses. However, like projects still must meet the foreign entity of concern FEOC restrictions. That's kind of a poison pill in the bill. Basically, it says if products are from, or part of the supply chain is from China, specifically, it's really focused on China, then it might not qualify for these federal incentives. Most of the battery production now is from China, and then actually a lot of the solar too, like the solar cells and modules. Like we do assembly here, but when we talk about the cells and wafers, they right now come to China, and it'll take time for us to completely in the US incorporate that in our supply chain or manufacturing capacity. Um, the next steps for the one big beautiful bill. This is Friday, as Dave said, June 27th. Supposedly, the Senate version will be completed today, and then it'll go to the House next week. And the goal is to get it on President Trump's desk to review on July 4th. Thank you for your time. You've enjoyed 5 minutes or maybe a little bit more of the best information uh, in the clean energy and renewable energy sector. Promote, like, give us 5 stars, and become a subscriber. We always appreciate you. Thank you for listening.